It's hard, I've been scarred from out fighting. Waking up, stomach is starved, I keep grinding. 6 a.m, life isn't hard, I keep reciting. It feels like I might fall apart, I keep trying. Sun's coming up and the glare is so blinding. I'm sick of hearing and seeing all of the people whining. You want something good, then you better go put the time in. You get what you pay for and time is money, we climbing. It's prime time, it's my time, I got it. I'll be just fine, my mind, you can't stop it. Give me a vine to climb and I'll top it. Grow yourself a spine, got mine, that's a promise. Take a deep breath and head towards the darkness. The light at the end wasn't put there by no novice. My hand I extend, so welcome to my office. No time to repent, we're building and not stopping. We're gonna take it slow, and we gon' make it out this hole. And ain't nobody stopping us, no. So watch me as I go, watch me as I grow. And we ain't gonna take it slow, and we gon' make it out this hole. And ain't nobody stopping us, no. So watch me as I go, watch me as I grow. Yeah, I'm the fucking show.
And just keep going, fucking implacably, regardless of what it costs us, regardless of how much we have to lose. We just have to keep going. But that doesn't mean we should be silly about things. We need to be smart. Went to a Professor Peterson event a few days ago. I told him he was a pretty good wizard, a person who changes the world around them via verbal and semantic components, i.e. their words and actions. Well, the memes of destruction, which is a great username. That's really nerdy, but I approve.
Turn them. Alright, welcome everybody. Let me know how this audio is coming through. I am turning up my panel's audio right now, so let's see if this shindig actually works. How are we doing? Do we got a 5x5, a 4x4, a 1x1? And I am your current host, Memes here, and I am joined by MC, or sometimes known as the Amazing MC, depending on how lofty his ego is, along with the Mad Libertarian himself from Mad Dodge Productions, along with Tom, sometimes Peanut, otherwise known as Tom Penoid from Penoid News. So how are we all doing, fellas?
What up, what up, what up, man? Yo, I am here to make fun of Not America Land. That's what the fuck I came here to do.
Not America. I mean, our stream is titled Brexit ? Should they stay or should they go?
Yeah,
well, that depends on how much do you like the British or don't you? If you don't like the British, you think they should stay.
Well, it depends on whom you ask.
This is not a difficult thing. If you're interested in what's best for the British people and their own then they go. Really don't care about them. And you think that they're the rest of the Europeans, then let them stay. Let them eat cake.
Yes, cake eating it shall be. That's
well,
what the fuck
I like cake.
I'm with you, man. I'm a big fan of cake. But what I'm saying is they're not Americans, all right? So, like their whole mentality. We're going to go over all the shit we already talked about because we had, like, the best discussion in the world before we started the fucking stream.
Oh, right? You mean like every other discussion that's off air?
Yeah, you're fucking right. You're fucking right. That's kind of the deal. You know what I mean? Right, so I invited my boy Max Kobe over here to have a conversation with us because he's cool as fuck too. You guys are like him. He's from fucking the Red Pill Religion thing, and he has like fucking 3,000 subs on his fucking channel. So we'll pull some people over.
He's a priest.
No, man, he's like
he's a rabbi.
Protestant who turned into a Catholic dude, and like. And I mean, now he does other shit. He talks about he was in the Red Pill movie.
Oh, I never watched it.
Yeah, I didn't. I watched it.
Voices here. He's saying that you've now gone full Sargon mode. That you're trying to emulate him to such a degree with your infatuation that you put on the beard and you're gaining an extra little bit of weight.
Oh, you noticed. That's good. No, I was getting a little too skinny for a while, and to be fair, I've had a beard. Last time I saw Sargon, my beard was quite more bushy than his. But then again, perhaps I have beard privilege. I don't know.
So you have beard privilege now?
Yeah, well, no, I shaved it off for a while because I was with Mrs. Memes, and she wasn't a fan, and then we're not together, so I'm like, it's cold out. I'm growing a beard.
So basically, you were cucking out to your girlfriend and decided not to do that.
No, she harassed me for a while. I actually, I won't go into it, but she expressed extreme disdain for the beard, and I kept keeping the beard. And then as soon as she stopped needling me about the beard, then I shaved it off. It was also during the summer, so it was hot.
Well, here's the deal, man. You should never do what a female wants because they really don't know what they want. Just make yourself happy. And I mean, a happy husband makes for a happy husband, all right? A happy wife makes for a miserable family. Like, that's just how the fuck shit works.
I feel like I've heard you say that proverb or something similar before. I mean, I would take issue. I would take issue. I would say that that's also a violation of individual agency as well, which is a more of a libertarian thing. But hey, I mean, I digress. So the UK right now, it's not though, because this plays into like the whole thing, right? Because this is like from the French Enlightenment stuff, right? So so in the French Enlightenment, they stood here and they tried to like start like having women, have their own agency, right? And see, they fucked up. That's the goddamn problem. See, this is what I'm saying about, look, man, the French invented soccer to keep their men busy while they did, right? And so what I'm saying is that if Britain wants to have a hard Brexit, or if they just want to have a Brexit, they should pick up the Arc de Triomphe out of Paris and drop it on that fucking channel, and then, just tell the fucking France to go fuck themselves, and everything will be okay. I think that's how it should operate, me personally.
To be honest, digging that channel was probably one of the worst decisions they ever made. And I think there's plenty of British people who would agree with me. Not the majority necessarily.
Is that because they allowed all those cheese-eating surrender monkeys into Britain? Is that why?
I'm not sure I've ever heard that term before, Tom. It makes me giggle a little, but I mean, aside from stealing a national artifact and creating an act of war, seeing as both France and the UK do have active aircraft.
Tell me, what isn't an act of war to you?
Farting when you're not around someone?
Basically, total isolation after everyone's dead is no longer war. I think I can work with this.
Look, the French military is the only military in the world who are passive. You know what I mean? Like, so I wouldn't really worry about the military. It's kind of where I'm at.
Weren't they the first ones to drop bombs on Libya?
No, they don't have a military. As far as I'm concerned, they're not Americans, all right? And like Britain,
Didn't President Sarkozy say French fighter jets are in the air? I do recall him saying that.
He did say that, but it wasn't in Libya. It was in Syria.
We got 13-year-olds out in Nevada right now with some joysticks. It'll shoot them down with some drones, all right? Not a real big deal. We don't even lose any fucking planes to do it.
Steve, stop giving drones to children.
It's not a big deal, all right? We got some Cheeto-covered fucking autistic kids out in Nevada in a fucking office with some joysticks and shit who will knock them niggas the fuck out of the goddamn air right now. What do they got, like 7 airplanes and 3 of them are made of paper? Like, for fuck's sake, like, nobody's worried about that.
No, I thought that was like Germany. They had like 2 operational fighter jets at one point, according to something. But, okay, number one, I like Cheetos in limited dosage. As long as it's not more than a 4-ounce pack, and it's like the more crunchy kind, not the kind that come in like the big containers and stuff where it's just, I don't know.
Communists. Those are be telling people what they have to do and how much Cheetos they can eat and how much Cheetos they can't eat.
No, this is my personal preference, MC. It doesn't matter.
Stop being a communist.
This whole thing about trying to join AOC and freaking, we got to get rid of the cow flatulence and everything. What the hell is that?
MC, historically, they always bring up the cow fart tax every 4 years. This happened back in like 2012 or 2013. It comes out, people giggle about it, and then it just kind of goes away.
They giggle about it so much that she put it in a bill in front of our Congress.
Oh, she wanted to get rid of all the cows, man. Like, no cows, that means no burgers. What happens to McDonald's?
Why did you just sound like Christopher Walken for a second? He's like, I need more cows with my burgers.
You don't like cows? Oh, I went to what's one of the brothers from up here? They have the big family.
Tyrone
One of the
and
brothers
Jerome.
from up here?
No, you know,
Tyrone?
no. The Walt W
Disney?
something.
Walt Disney.
No,
Walter Payton.
no. I don't know. He has a burger place, and I went to it. It was pretty good. But then again, Five Guys, I think was as
Five
good or
Guys is
better.
shit.
Oh, it's so
Yo,
good.
Five Guys. Yo, it's really expensive. It's like $13 for a fucking burger and some fries. But God, it's so fucking good.
And you
It's
get
so
as many
good.
toppings as you want.
I don't care
The
about the
thing
toppings.
about Five
or
Guys
anything.
that I
don't
like
give a
is
shit.
that I like the barrel of peanuts. That you can
Yeah,
snack
man,
while
that
you wait
keeps
for
all
your
those.
meal.
Not only that, it keeps all those autistic kids the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? Like all their fucking moms and shit with their peanut allergy kids. Weak DNA does not go into Five Guys. And I'm
Wait
fucking
a
proud.
second. Is Five Guys breaking code regulation by having all those peanuts everywhere?
No, yo, they let you know. Don't
Oh, they have a
have
sign,
your
yeah.
In
peanut
that
allergy.
fantasy land you call a commonwealth, maybe.
No,
What Commonwealth?
wait a
Does he
second.
live in
I
Virginia or
don't know.
PA?
I actually, now that you
lived
mention
in
it, MC.
Massachusetts.
No,
The
when I
Commonwealth of
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. He was
That's a
correcting me
Commonwealth?
the other day that it's a commonwealth.
MC,
Yo,
I do
yo,
think I do think you're actually right about what I was saying, because when I went to the Five Guys in New Hampshire, they got peanuts everywhere. When I went to the Five Guys in Massachusetts, the one I went to, I don't remember seeing any peanuts.
Yo,
Because
Massachusetts
freaking
is
communists
the,
freaking banned them.
yo, Massachusetts
No,
is
no,
the
we-
only place
we take a
in
look
the
at
world,
stuff.
legitimately. Like it's the first place I ever saw a glory hole. Legitimately, like it was in Massachusetts. I've been to so many truck stops, and I had never seen like the real sketchy shit, right? But like legit, I went to Massachusetts, and they had like a hole. Like I sat down to take a shit, and I looked beside me, and there's like a hole that has like tissues, paper, like around it, like toilet paper, would look like caulk, but it was not caulk, right? Yo, it was caulk. Right?
Wait a second, Tom. Now that you mention it, I always just thought that was like bad construction or anything. Oh, I think one of
But you
my
think-
my
you
former
think
principal
bad
might have used one of those
construction covers the
before.
holes?
Well,
You think
we had
bad
some issues at a
construction
truck
covers
stop.
The holes.
Well,
Seriously, like,
wait-
it wasn't even a truck. It was a rest area on I-90, like right outside
Okay.
of Boston.
Okay, well, that's I-90. I was going to ask if it was 495, because I think that's where my principal got busted after I had a little dispute and falling out with that school. But that's a different story.
495 and 495. They got there's a truck stop over
Is
there.
your
It's right off of
principal
495.
busted?
Yeah, I had the same thing in my city. My principal got busted sucking cock for crack down in the alleyway in the fucking middle of Kittatinny. But that happens sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
No, mine just got
Mary
caught
Mary
exposing
Mary
himself to
Mary.
people in rest areas.
yo, look at the Canadians. They elected Rob
Yours
Ford
was-
after he got caught.
Yours was doing a Larry Craig. Is that what you're saying?
No, but Rob Ford, you can't argue he wasn't a man of the people, dude. He was out there smoking crack with his constituents.
He supported the black community. You know?
I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a flawed man. He had issues. Even his brother was saying he hoped he got help. I mean, may the man rest in peace.
Crack with his constituents, and you think that well, he had a few issues.
Dude, when he nearly ran over that little old lady in Parliament, he did it in like the most loving way as he was trying to move her out of the way. I did not sense hate in that man. There may have been a lot of other things in his blood, but hate was not one of them.
Yo, I am behind running over ladies who run for fucking Congress. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Any female who's a fucking and wants to be a representative of men, I'm fully behind running them the fuck over. But let's get back to Brexit.
Well,
So-
aside from vehicular homicide based upon one's sex, yeah, about Brexit.
I don't really care. You know what I mean? Right, yeah. I mean, like, yo, I made a video last night about fucking, I was pro, like, burning witches at the stake. You know what I mean? In case y'all missed that shit. You know what I mean? Fucking, like, apparently, you know what I mean? Free speech on campus
I
is
remember
free
hearing
speech.
that, and I commented, I like witches.
Right, yeah. Apparently, free speech is the exact same as the Inquisition. I did not know that, you know what I mean? But I'm very glad the Washington Post informed me. But yeah, fucking, so about Brexit.
Free speech is the Inquisition.
Yes, the free speech amendment, the executive order Trump signed, is the same as the Inquisition, according to the Washington Post.
How did I miss that one? Oh, it's the
you
Washington
go.
Post. That's probably how.
It was the one that Tom was like, he was gassing as he was reading through the whole thing.
The
Yeah,
fake
I
news.
can't breathe. I can't breathe. I got the bubonic plague and the consumption and polio and rickets and fucking scurvy. I have every 18th century disease right now. I have the vapors and bad air. Like,
I believe you have. I believe you have the vapors, all right.
The vapors. I think I got the vapors.
Do you have the plague?
I have the plague and smallpox and chicken pox and the SARS and mad cow disease right now. I'm dying. My cheeks hurt.
Have you been infected with mad libertarian disease?
No, of course not. I don't want to fucking stand here and like legalize heroin and then, you know what I mean, try to fucking have open borders.
Well, to be fair, as a trucker, you need your roads.
Well, yeah, I need roads and bridges and red lights. And I believe that, you know what I mean, the government should sanction some things. Like, they should allow us to trebuchet fucking liberals out of fucking California into the Pacific Ocean.
We've been over this. It needs to be a voluntary program because it does sound kind of fun in the right circumstance.
It does. Like,
you'll be the spokesman for it, Memes. We're willing to make you the spokesman for it with your nice, smooth little banter. You can convince them to get on top of the trebuchet, as I call pull.
If I am out on the West Coast and we do an ecological survey and make sure we're not going to harm any coral reefs or anything, I could be down.
We're not going to send them to coral reefs. They're not landed. They're going to land on land. What the hell?
I don't know. Tom talks about some pretty big trebuchets.
Yeah, man, we're talking about some big trebuchets, and the levers are going to be pulled by Make-A-Wish Foundation kids with their little knit hats, and it's going to be sponsored by Budweiser. Right?
You're selling me on. You are a good salesman. You must have worked sales or something like that, man.
You plan on putting bullseyes right where it lands and stuff, so that people go, or at least grids. You know,
yeah.
Like
well,
grid areas, so people can place bets on where they land.
Yo, well, we're gonna do that on the Mexican border, right? And then how far the sombrero flies, too. You know what I mean? Right, like, and the hang time of the sombrero. All these things.
There's a whole slew of things we can take.
So
we're gonna do it on pay-per-view.
So jumping from racism on the second border and launching our friends down below us into the Pacific Ocean. How about our lads from over the Atlantic there? What's what's going on? Are they still part of the UK? Or EU?
Here's
too many U's.
All right, so from what I understand, because I was asking about this earlier, and MC and 40 Ounce had to educate me because I really didn't understand why like one part of the Not America land was trying to leave another part of Not America land, and then like, their leaders weren't letting them do it. Well, so apparently, back in 2016 in like June, they voted. This part I already knew. That they voted to like leave the EU, right? So it's been since then, and they've been trying to work out some type of deal where they could leave and still have like free like ability to move around or whatever the case might be. And this is the part that they educated me on, right? And like they can't come to some deal, and now they're talking about firing their prime minister because like they can't get a deal done or some dumb bullshit. And I don't understand why they're negotiating.
If they wanted her totally gone, all they had to do was vote for her deal because she promised that if they voted for her deal, okay, which basically enslaved Great Britain and turned it into a vassal state, that she would then voluntarily leave and no longer be a prime minister. However, you can bet she would then stand to be some kind of minister in Parliament or in the EU Parliament or whatever they call that damn thing.
Well, I mean, people think about their careers.
Oh, holy shit, man. Memes is, I got his face up on the thing.
She's thinking about her career. So you're saying that spies, that there's nothing wrong with what they're doing because they're betraying their country, but they're thinking about their careers. So we should just go ahead and move forward.
Well, I mean, she's up for criticism. I believe in free speech and everything. I mean, personally, I thought that referendum said that they left today. I mean, apparently I was wrong. Apparently there's a parliamentary process that happens. I mean,
the EU,
because I thought it was they just completely like seceded, like, or just said, well, the voting doesn't matter anymore.
The EU had hard rules on what happens when you trigger Article 50, and they basically turned around and said, well, we know that these are the rules, we're just going to ignore them. What they're doing, which is one of the reasons why the Great Britain should be fleeing, should be grateful to flee the EU. This idea that
they have all the leverage. They have all the fucking leverage in the goddamn world to get the fuck out of there. Like, this is what we're doing.
Why didn't they hire President Trump to negotiate for them?
Went, please, sir, can I have some more?
I know. It's so sad.
This is what I'm saying. Like, they're the most cucked motherfuckers in the history of cucked motherfuckers. Like, they're like, hey, we want to rule over ourselves and have our leaders make the rules for us. And, like, their leaders are like, nah, we're okay. We don't want to do that. We want to keep having fucking EU leaders do our fucking job. Like, that don't make any sense whatsoever. Like, as an American, I'm standing here going like, hang on a minute. Let me get this straight. So what you're saying is that, you know, I mean, you're allowing another country to stand here and rule over you, and you voted to go, hey, how about we rule ourselves? And they go, yeah, that makes good sense, right? And fucking like half your country was like, oh no, we don't know what we're gonna do if
it's
we rule
not
over
another
ourselves.
country. It's a trade federation. If there's anything I know about trade federations,
Does a trade federation,
it's
does a
another
trade
country.
federation say, you know what, we need a standing army? Is that a trade federation to you?
I mean, according to
Germany.
Star Wars.
Yo, it's Germany. It's not another. It's not a trade federation.
Are we
It's
dealing
basically
with
Germany.
Star Wars now? Are we going to a
Yes.
freaking Star Wars bar scene? Was that what we're going to, Beams?
I mean, who's Han Solo?
Who's Han Solo?
It's not
Me.
you.
Oh, Matt can be
Han
Chewy.
Solo
Matt can be
and
Chewy
Chewbacca.
because he likes Bigfoot, so that makes sense. All right, so to this
You're
quick
gonna have-
article.
You're gonna have to learn how to eat. You're gonna have to learn how to eat people. I'm just saying. Memes. You know what I mean? Like,
I may have some slight experience. Let's not talk about that. So, Parliament again rejects Theresa May's Brexit deal on the day Britain
yo,
was
who
supposed
keeps
to
changing my
take
name?
back its
Like,
control.
What the fuck? Somebody's gonna get fucked up. I swear to God, I can't change it myself.
Oh, you know who it is. We'll take care of you. So, this article is by William Booth, Carla Adam, and Michael Bourbon. So, London. Prime Minister Theresa May's Brexit deal was beaten down for an amazing, unprecedented, pitiful third time by the British Parliament on Friday, with all bets off onto when or how the United Kingdom will leave the European Union. The EU had given Britain until the end of this week to approve the withdrawal agreement. Britain now has until April 12th to propose a new way forward or crash out of the bloc without a deal or beg for a long extension. May called the results of the day's votes grave. The leader of the Labour Party proposed, Jeremy Corbyn, called for a general election. Within minutes of the vote, EU leaders scrambled to convene crisis talks on April 10th in Brussels. The Europeans grow more anxious by the day that Britain's Conservative Party is going to wreak economic havoc on both sides of the English Channel. Wait, it's until April 12th, so they scrambled to convene a crisis meeting on April 10th. Isn't that like 10, 12, 13 days away?
Yeah.
Is it that much of a crisis?
They're really scrambling, aren't they?
It's been 3
They
years.
are really crushing it.
Yo, it's been 3 years and they've gotten nothing accomplished. Like, so yes.
Well, like 2
That's
years.
a fucking crisis. 3.
Oh,
It's been
it's
fucking
close- it's
like
getting
3.
closer to-
Oh, it's going on 3, yeah, because 2016. Wow, time flies, man.
Yo, June.
Remember, I mean, that whole thing was done before our elections, before the 2016 elections.
Yeah, it was like June that they did fucking Brexit, dude.
That, I think maybe even before that, yeah, because it was shortly before. All I know, well, it's Europe, so maybe they have like mandatory vacation or something like that for that week.
Of course they do. They're fucking communists.
Well,
for
dude, they get
fuck's
like
sake.
6 weeks of vacation, dude. That's pretty sweet.
That's fucking communism.
I
all right?
like 6
Freaking
weeks of
stupid.
vacation.
It's
Yo,
freaking
I have
stupid.
never had. I have taken one vacation in my whole goddamn life ever. Like, for fuck's sake, learn how to work. You
Oh,
fucking
I like
pussies.
long weekends. I'm not a big vacation guy myself, but all I know is, dude,
I
like
think
it's
that
as
hard
long as you can
work is
pay
one of
for
those
it.
Things you've avoided as most as possible.
I have. This is absolutely true. I front loaded way too much stuff and got extremely lazy. This is an accurate assessment. I'm trying to do better slowly, day by day. I continue to fail, but that's another story.
Do
So
better day by day, week by week.
don't make me start doing the dumpty 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 dum. Oh
Oh
God, Tom gets it. All right, speaking after the vote may observe the obvious.
This is what I'm saying. Like, yo, look, all right, look. And number one, it's not a trade federation. All right, it is Germany. All right, legit. That's who the fuck runs things. It's fucking Germany. Nobody else really has any other say other than fucking Angela Merkel and goddamn Germany. That's really who we're talking about here. And they're literally getting ruled over by people who bombed them the fuck out 60 fucking years ago. Like, I don't understand what the fuck this is. I don't know what they're doing.
I wondered about this a while ago because if you really wanted to kind of gaslight and completely decimate like the whole EU, I was almost wondering. I'm like, if they just started launching like memes of destruction of like Angela Merkel's Fourth Reich or something like that. Because like, didn't even Poland like all of a sudden they're like, well, we need you to take some more of these folks traveling in. It's like, oh, we demand more reparations.
And Poland said pound sand.
Well, they reminded them of World War II.
Which is one of the reasons why the Angela Merkel proposed the great EU army be created.
How's that going?
Because they want, they're moving forward with it.
Oh,
it's happening.
Well, actually, no. As long as Great Britain stays in, they have an extra $40 billion. They would likely be able to fund that.
$40 billion. They got the troops.
Okay.
British troops would actually be quite the boon for them. They would actually have a fighting force if they had the British added to that.
Oh, dude, my buddy over in Afghanistan, he's like, dude, when they called in air support, when the Brits came, he's like, dude, those guys are flying hard and fast, and they helped take care of us. So I'm like, no, they impressed me. I wasn't even there. But
wait, that would be funny, but I'm not going to call them that.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
But
I almost put in Southern European, but I said bring them Southern Oregon, but
no. We are kind of adults here, I think. So
I am. I'm sort of kind of an adult, but I'm also sort of kind of like a massive troll, right? Because it's fun for me.
Yeah,
right? Like,
me too.
I may have gotten shadow banned on Twitter because I may have told a whole bunch of people that mental illness isn't real, but I'm just saying, like, it's not my fault, all right? Like, they forced me to get to this level by whining so goddamn much, all right? I'm fucking tired.
Tom, are you denying science and biology?
No, not at all.
Science.
Not at all. This is not science. There's not science behind it. It's all like, they're like, well, these are the brain scans. I was like, I looked that up. That's not a real thing. All right, like, that's they just put words over top of pictures.
Oh, okay. That particular example may or may not have been not factually accurate, but when you're talking on the whole, man.
No, I'm saying like schizophrenia is real, but like I was saying, like, like depression and fucking bipolar disorder and ADHD and autism. And like the majority of the dumb shit that they're talking about is not a real thing. Like, it was all kind of like,
I think those are things, man.
They're not things. They're not things.
Is every single diagnosed case necessarily fully that? I don't know.
The majority of them are self-diagnosed.
Isn't science yay or nay?
Well, there's a scientific method. You learn.
They don't measure anything. Do they measure the fucking levels of serotonin in your brain? No, they don't stick a needle in your fucking head and pull fucking shit out.
I thought for certain, like depression and stuff like that, they'd treat it with SSRIs.
Yeah, but they don't measure anything. They just talk to you and go, "Oh, well, you seem like you're feeling down. Here, take these pills."
Do we not have the tools yet?
No, yeah, basically number one, and number two, they don't feel like doing the work because like the majority of the people who hand out pills aren't fucking doctors. They're people who fucking it's dumb. All right. Like, they're measuring everybody off of like.
So when we created our original weights and measure system, or excuse me, actually the UK I think did that. When they actually created those weights and measure scales, like were those wholly accurate, or do we just kind of have the best tool at the time?
What do you think a hand is?
Yeah, or a stone.
I don't know, a stuff or a thing.
I don't know. They still measuring stones in fucking not America land where Sherlock Holmes is from.
Well, isn't that like the kilogram? It's kind of like 2.2. Oh no, it's like 12 pounds, right, or something like that.
A kilogram. A kilogram.
2.25 ounces. 2.25.
It's been a while since I played Ultima Online. I know they use stones.
Well, it's 2.245783, some shit like that. I don't know.
That's kilogram. I think it's just 2.2.
Right. Well, you had to know that.
2.2 and like 1.6 for distance conversions. That's all I really remember.
I don't know. I know you had. That's how you measure out cocaine and shit. Like, that's the only reason I know.
Yeah, but it's one of those. If you think about it, dude, it's easier to count by tens, man. But I know, like, we're in our ways and stuff like that. I think. Oh, I don't got my tape on me, but yeah, I still get half inches. Difficult? What?
Do you find counting difficult, memes?
I don't know. I still measure my
math
dick
is hard.
That's how the fuck I work. You know.
What do you mean that's hard?
Dude, but you'd be so much bigger if you had centimeters. It's like when you cross over the border, all of a sudden speed limit goes from 60 to 100.
No, because then I gotta write down more numbers. I gotta fucking like You know what I mean? I gotta like round up or round down. Like, yo, I can't round up or round down.
But you still do that. If you're doing like an extra 5/8, I mean, isn't like, I don't know, like an extra 3 centimeters easier?
Yo, Mad Dog just went live.
Oh.
Did he?
Oh.
Yeah, I told him, I said, we streaming. He's like, yo, I know. And then he left.
Oh.
Like, yo, did he really feel some sort of kind of way about me making fun of him eating bagels? Like, is that the situation?
I mean, I
think he's trying to do his own thing on his own channel. So.
Oh, I mean, I would have hosted the stream for him. That's not a problem. I just didn't hear anything.
That's what we were trying to indicate to him. That's what I thought he was wanting to do. So.
Well,
that's what I said.
You guys want to pop over there?
We can go over there.
Yeah.
Let's go over there. I'm going to go over there.
All right, cool. I'll end the stream. Well, thank you for everyone.
Stream now.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out Mad Dodge Productions, I think we'll be over there. So, peace out, everybody.
And just keep going.
Oh, is it the same thing? Oh, well, I'm playing my outro right now, so by the time he realizes that a lot of folks can't join, I'll probably just host the stream. That's fine. He's got a bigger audience. Or can I dual host or something? I think that's a thing. Because I'm assuming I'm going to get the same thing as UMC probably. That's is it an ISP?
It's hard, I've been scarred from now fighting. Waking up, stomach is starved, I keep grinding. 6 a.m., life isn't hard, I keep reciting. It feels like I might fall apart, I keep trying.